Okay, so Apple is really shaking things up for its 2025 iPhone lineup. The Plus model we've gotten used to, it's out. And in its place, we're getting something totally new, the incredibly thin iPhone 17 Air. So we're going to put the tried and true 16 Plus right up against its sleek replacement to see what's changed and, what it really means for you. And this is really the big question, isn't it? The one you're probably asking yourself. Is this new iPhone 17 Air just a pretty face? Or is there enough new tech packed into that super slim body to make it a must-have upgrade? Well, let's dive in and find out. So we're framing this like a classic title fight. In one corner, you've got the reigning champ, the iPhone 16 Plus. It's reliable, it's comfortable, it's a powerhouse that so many of us know and love. And in the other corner, you have the new contender, the iPhone 17 Air, sleek, modern, and looking to completely redefine the game. All right, here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at why Apple is even making this change. Then, we'll get to the tail of the tape for the design. After that, we pop the hood to check performance, then cover the everyday essentials. And we'll wrap it all up with a little glimpse of the future before helping you make that final call. First up, let's get our heads around the fundamental shift in Apple's strategy here, because this isn't just a new phone, it's a whole new philosophy. So the main thing to grasp is that the 17 Air isn't just an update. It's a complete and total replacement. Apple is literally retiring the Plus name from the standard lineup. They're trading in that familiar, comfortable design for a seriously thin, futuristic look. And that signals a huge shift in how they think about design. So, how does that new philosophy actually look and feel in your hand? Let's get to the tail of the tape for the pre-fight weigh-in on design, build, and of course, the display. Okay, you can see the jump to premium right away. The 17 Air ditches the aluminum for a much stronger titanium frame. And yeah, the screen is a tiny bit smaller, but it gets a massive upgrade with that 120Hz ProMotion display. That means the screen refreshes twice as fast, making everything from just scrolling through your feed to playing intense games feel unbelievably smooth and responsive. Just think about that for a second. 5.6 millimeters. That's it. This is officially the thinnest iPhone Apple has ever made. That's a difference you are absolutely going to feel the second you pick it up. And it's not just super thin, it's also ridiculously bright. 3000 nits basically means the screen is going to be vivid and perfectly readable even if you're standing in direct sunlight. No more squinting. It's a huge quality of life upgrade. Okay, looks are one thing, but what about the engine inside? Let's go under the hood and really compare the power and precision of the chips and cameras in these two phones. First, our champion. And let's be clear, the iPhone 16 Plus is a true powerhouse. No doubt about it. It's running on that super capable A18 chip with 8 gigs of RAM, and it's got a solid dual 48-megapixel camera system. It is more than enough power for your everyday tasks, gaming, and capturing some awesome 4K video. But then you look at the 17 Air and whoa, it gets a serious pro-level upgrade. It jumps to the A19 Pro chip with 12 gigs of RAM and even adds a vapor chamber to keep it cool when you're pushing it hard. The camera system is way more versatile with a real telephoto lens, and it can even shoot in stunning 8K video. So let's zero in on that camera difference. The 16 Plus has a great system for sure, but the 17 Air's telephoto lens gives you true optical zoom for those crisp, clear shots from far away. And for anyone creating content, that upgraded 18-megapixel front camera and the ability to capture video from 2 cameras at the same time, that is a total game changer. All right, now for the stuff that really matters day in and day out: stamina, smarts, and speed. Let's see how these phones handle the everyday essentials like battery, charging, and just staying connected. The 17 Air has some really clever tricks up its sleeve here. Reverse wireless charging lets you top off your AirPods just by placing them on the back of your phone. That's cool. It supports way faster 40-watt wired charging, and while it does go to eSIM-only, it gets a future-proof upgrade to Wi-Fi 7, which means faster speeds and more stable connections down the road. And this right here is the real-world benefit of that charging upgrade. You grab a 40-watt charger, you plug in your iPhone 17 Air, and you can go from nearly dead to 50% battery in just 20 minutes. That is so useful for those crazy days when you just need a quick power-up. So, what's the 17 Air's special move? Its secret weapon? This section is all about the one unique feature that really sets it apart and kind of gives us a peek into Apple's future. And that special move is something Apple is calling the liquid glass design language. I know, that sounds a little abstract, right? But what it really boils down to is a whole design philosophy focused on making a phone feel sleek, almost seamless, while also being super durable. It's all about finding that perfect balance between futuristic looks and practical everyday function. So, we've seen the design, we've looked under the hood, we've checked out the unique features. That brings us to our final round. Making the decision, let's weigh the options and figure out which of these phones really comes out on top for you. Which brings us to the ultimate question. After all that, who actually wins this thing? And the honest answer is, well, it really depends on what you value most. There's no single winner here because these two phones are built for slightly different people with different priorities. So here's the bottom line. If your main priority is a slightly larger screen and a design that feels familiar and comfortable in the hand, the iPhone 16 Plus is still an absolutely fantastic choice. But if you're someone who craves the very latest tech, a sleek, modern design, and more of those advanced pro-level features, then yeah, the iPhone 17 Air is the clear winner for you. And that leaves us with one last thought. The 17 Air really does represent a brand new direction for Apple. It's thinner, it's more premium, and it's more pro than the phone it's replacing. So the real question to ask yourself is, does the future of your phone look comfortable and familiar, or does it look sleek and cutting edge? The choice is all yours. Okay.